Hello and welcome to our D&D stream. We are just getting things ready, and we've got a new DM. She's a little nervous, so uh, you know, give her a break. Um, yeah, we'll be starting shortly.
Hello. Uh, my name is Lisa. I'm helping Zared out with his channel. Today I'm going to be DMing Saltmarsh. Yay! Pirates and stuff. Um, to introduce myself a little bit, this is only my second time DMing, so I'm a little nervous and I will make mistakes. It happens. Um, getting some feedback that's constructive on either the Twitch or the Facebook channels will be fantastic. Uh, they'll help me. Um, typically, spells are done as raw, but every now and then, to fit the narrative, I will go with the rule of cool. So if something is really super awesome and I like it, I will find a way to thematically make it fit, and it will not be that way all the time. Uh, I love things being reskinned, so your spells can look however you would like. Um, and I'm one who loves having my players talk to each other to plan out a battle during the battle. So feel free. Um, and yeah. So if my characters could start introducing themselves, my players. Uh,
Hi, I'm Pat. I am playing Belinda Sunshine, who is a dwarf paladin. And I am here to have.
I'll go next. Hello, Della, they, them, if you please. I'm playing Bramblepaw, a boxy blood hunter who's very curious about everything.
I am Audra, and I am playing Generala. She is a Githrazi, Gith, Githzerai. Can't say anything right. Sorry, Githzerai monk who has escaped her homeland and is trying to make a, a name of herself of some sort.
Okay. I am Richard. I am playing Gerald. Gerald is a Merfolk warlock.
My name's Bert, and I am playing Mercy. She's a life cleric
Love me to life clerics.
of the human variety.
Just a
and
question.
yes,
How long did it take you to come up with that name, Bert?
Its name's actually been part of my repertoire for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe
and
Bert is an Overwatch player.
No, never played it, although I know the character exists.
and at some point we will be joined by Jason, who is playing a gnomish uh, wizard. Uh, so, all right, you all have varying degrees of knowledge of this place, and some of you are from Saltmarsh, some are not. For those of you who are not, Saltmarsh is a up and coming dock city. The crown has ignored this area for quite a while, trying to conquer other lands in the north. And as that started to fail, the crown turned its eye to the south and realized that the area had been plagued by a faction called the Sea Princes, or Pirate Princes, smugglers, human traffickers, terrible, terrible. And so has turned its eye to Saltmarsh and the areas surrounding it. And some are not happy with the idea, mostly because, well, Saltmarsh has survived on its own for quite a while. They don't need no stinking crown to come in and muck things up. And others are, hooray! They can come and fix things for us.
And others are, hooray!
And some don't care, one way or the other.
I'm from the government. We're here to help.
Exactly.
Trust the government to solve your problem.
Yeah, how does that work?
At least there will be a police force present to save people from hooligans.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
that's the plan.
Wait a minute, we're the hooligans.
They don't know that yet.
Shit.
It is a town that smells of fish. And for a long time, it was a very closed off community, mostly human, the occasional dwarf, the occasional elf. But in the last decade or two, has opened its doors to the other races and still get looked on with curiosity, but no outright hostilities. And, well, the Crown wishes to extend the docks to make Saltmarsh a important seaport. Some worry that that will make Saltmarsh a bigger target for the pirate princes or other groups and factions. But the council has let it go on for progress. Maybe it'll be good for the people. Generala, as you're entering the front gates of the town, here, let me move you guys to the Saltmarsh map. Welcome to Saltmarsh.
It's a quaint little town.
Hang on. I forgot to make things available. Do you guys see the numbers?
Yes.
We do.
So is the gate at 1?
Yes, you are at 1.
1.
Can't count this high.
Well, Generala is at 1. As you're entering through the old walls, you've heard a little bit about this place. Not sure if they have the answers you seek, but as a place that has been attacked several times and survived and thrived, you think maybe someone here might have some answers for you that you can report back to. Well, you can report back. And as you approach the gates, you are stopped by a guard. What's your business here?
Just a traveler looking for work.
Ah. Where are you from?
Elsewhere.
You're one of the Gith folk, correct?
That I am.
We don't see many of your kind here.
Most of my kind are content to stay at home.
Yeah, I once had some wanderlust. Didn't get very far before I decided to go back home. It's dangerous out there. safer here in the walls.
I just nod.
Might I suggest heading to...
I trust there's an inn or somewhere where I can get a room.
Oh, there are several. There are 3, actually. They're all taverns and inns. There's the Wicker Goat.
Where you can get your daily dose of fiber.
It'll be the first building on your right as you go cross through the crossroads, and it'll be your second building on the right for the Wicker Goat. There is also the Empty Nest, which is down by the bay.
Where the watermelons grow.
Sorry. They also are a decent inn. Then there is the Snapping Line. Sorry. The Wicker Goat is number 3. The Empty Nest is number 8. And the Snapping Line is number 13. Snapping Line typically is the tavern where most of the people who come in from the docks on their travels stay, diplomats and the such.
All right. You said that was number 13, the snapping line?
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time, good sir, and I will make my way there.
He hands you a map. This will help making the getting around town a little easier.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I start walking into town.
All right. Mercy, you come in from the other end of town, around number 25.
Okay.
What you see is a beautiful vista of the sea, and you are above the town, and you can see it all. It looks a little ramshackle here and there, but you can see that there's some gentrification happening, and this definitely is the place where you get this deep feeling that this definitely is the place where you might find some answers for some of the strange happenings that has happened when you've been on the battlefield. The occasional extra charged heal when you go to use your herbalism kit. Just the odd things that have been happening. And you meet a farmer. Well, hello, young lady.
Well met, good sir.
What might you be doing around here?
Just mustered out from my company, and now I'm searching for a little
For a little what?
work.
Ah, work. Yes. Well, there are a lot of people in town who have work. They usually post it on a board, usually somewhere near the inns or the town hall. If you just continue on this way, and you follow the main road, you'll be able to find all of the inns. I think going this way, if you go deep into the heart of town, and he's pointing over to the other end of town just before the bridge, there's a inn over there called the Snapping Line that gets the most traffic, you might say, because it's closest to the docks. That might be your best bet.
I appreciate your advice.
Ah, no problem. Like to see new young blood in the town. Helps, you know, keep us going.
Luck to you, sir.
And luck to you.
Mercy will walk down the road, taking her time, trying to get a little familiar with the area. Also, scoping out the defenses of the area.
From your vantage point up on the cliff, you can see that it's pretty accessible from everywhere. There's a token wall to the where's my compass? Where's my compass, Rose? To the west, as the map's on its side. So down is west. So there's a token wall along here, down by one. Much of the western edge of town is surrounded by, or is on top of a cliff, so that piece isn't accessible, but. Oh, you didn't see my line, did you?
It doesn't matter. I know what you're talking about.
All right. A portion of town is up on cliffs and bluffs, and when you get beyond the bridge, and beyond that is the wall, and then the rest of the town is just kind of there, open to the water.
So it's more of a mercantile town that's not built for defense.
Yes, which is why it has been. You can assume why it has been the perfect place for the pirate princes to come and raid every now and then for goods and people.
Mercy has some experience with the sea princes and isn't interested in making friends.
Good to know.
She'll head into town and start looking for the tavern called the Snapping.
All right. Bramble.
Yes.
You come in through the forest, just to the north, number 29. You've been here. It's called the Sea Grove of the Obadiah. You've been here for a few days, just kind of seeing what you can see in this little piece of woods. Oddly enough, your group hasn't had a job for you, noting that you've been really obsessed with your quandary, and so has given you some personal leave time to go and sort that out.
Okay.
You have noted that this little patch of woods has an abundance of the herb you found just after the incident.
Okay. Bramble would definitely be doing two things. One is gathering as much of that herb as you possibly can into her bag.
Yep.
And the other is replacing the bandages on her arm from the incident, since they're probably bloodied and messy by now.
Yeah. The incident happened a little east of here. Well, actually, a couple leagues from here to the east. But you had followed some traces and believed that what you saw and what had attacked you at least spent some time here in this little patch of forest. But after gathering some of the herbs and rebandaging yourself, you realize it's maybe time to step into town,
Report in. Yes.
report in.
Wouldn't be very professional of me if I stayed out chasing a spook in the dark.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll start making my way back to town.
And
I will mark the location with a piece of chalk wherever I thought they spent time.
okay.
Just like a little X.
Okay.
Before I, start wandering off back towards town.
All right. And you have the thought that maybe someone in town has heard something about this creature. Maybe you can get some answers in town since you've kind of hit a dead end.
Definitely.
And
All right.
well, you need to put a little coinage in your purse to be able to maybe
Continue.
yeah.
Okay. Probably running a bit low on funds chasing after this.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll just kind of draw a cloak up around me and just head towards the I guess the Spymaster's Guild. There is one here.
There can be. It would be down by the docks.
Okay. Wherever the hub of information is, or the
Yeah. You'll be able to at least find someone who can carry a message or two.
Right, there we go.
And so you head into town.
I do. Do I notice anything strange while I'm there? While I'm heading towards, the message post?
No, nothing pings on your radar.
Well, then I go to the message post and I'm just, hey, it's Bramble. Are there any jobs available near, what town is this? Saltmarsh? Is that the name of the town, or?
Yes, that is.
Okay. In Saltmarsh, let me know. And then BP.
The we don't have any jobs right now, but there's a jobs board over on the inn next door.
Okay.
That'll be 13.
On there.
The inn next door will be the snapping line.
Very well. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll get this message out right away. From what I've heard, you're still on leave, so
Yeah, well, I am starting to run low on funds, so it's probably best if I take a look at that job board. Do let me know if you hear of anything strange that you would like me to look into.
Will do.
So I head towards the job board at the inn.
Okay. Jason, are you here?
He's not voiced.
Okay.
That is a no.
Okay. Gerald,
Yes.
you were sitting in the snapping line, drinking your drink, staring across the street.
I've got my my kind of like leaning on my elbow with my and just holding my head up And just kind of looking at the inn, or I mean at the shop.
Out the window.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've been sitting here for a couple days. Not quite sure. The people have come to recognize you as a regular. You've been here a lot. You've been drinking a lot and just staring out the window. Nobody's quite sure how you find the coinage because, well, you're always there.
Yeah.
But even your reserves are getting a little low.
You know, I've been doing probably some parlor tricks, helping out the barmaid every now and then serve drinks. You know, just kind of like to earn my ale. You know, when you're a frequent flyer as much as that, sometimes they take pity on you, and I think that's what I think would be happening.
Hannah, the proprietor of the snapping line, comes up to you and says, "You look so sad. You know what will take your mind off of things more than this ale? Not that I mind you've been here drinking, you know. You've been paying well and you've been bringing in some customers. But I bet if you took a job off the board, maybe did an adventure or two, might lighten your heart. Or at the very least give you some excitement."
I've been pondering the very same thing. Maybe the answer to my prayer is to become more than I am.
Yeah. Or maybe you can find and settle. Going through an adventure will help you find and settle where you're meant to be. You know, sometimes that happens to adventurers.
All right. So Gerald will finish whatever ale he's either earned or procured, and make his way over to the job board and just kind of see what's there, see what's available. Um,
Um, so you see a posting for the a posting from Ministrad. She is the head miner, or she leads the miners up at the mine. Ministrad has posted a job for guarding a supply wagon to and from the mine. So guarding the empty caravan to the mine from Saltmarsh, and then the full caravan back. Caravan's two wagons. Not a super big deal, but hey, it's a job. Also posted is from Elander at the Pole Watchtower has posted a job to recover some stolen goods in the marshes. At least that's the direction that they saw the goblins who stole the goods go. Also, there's one for the same area. They've heard tell that one of the wanted criminals is out that way. And right now, those are the only jobs posted. But you know, they change quite frequently. You've seen both uh, representatives of Ministrad and Eleander coming to the board and stapling things to it to have
Um,
people come. Um, all three jobs are marked uh, not safe to go alone. Um, if you cannot find a group, we will assign you to one.
So, kind of looking over the job board, I'm going. First thing that I would do is kind of sort them in order of money, like um, how much is this worth, how much is that worth, just to get an idea um, of priority. So knowing two jobs are in one location and one job is in a different location, I would prioritize if the two jobs outpaid the one. I would take the two jobs, and then probably take them off the board. And I would look around the bar for as well to see if I could recruit um, some sturdy adventurers to help me out.
Well, you'll notice that, like many uh, lost pet or job offers in the real world, they've got the little tags hanging off the bottom of the parchment so you can rip it off. So you don't have to take the whole board job posting down. That way, others that see it can, you know,
Can
plug it and go.
inquire, right?
Yeah, because it has who you need to speak to about the job and whatnot.
Well, Gerald not wanting any competition would remove the entire notice.
But it's dangerous to go alone.
Right, but that's why I'm going to recruit my own band.
Okay.
That's at least
So
the way
you're going
Gerald
to
would think. Yep.
so you're going to sit at one of the tables that are just outside the inn because the job board is literally nailed beside the entrance on the outside so that anybody can find it.
Okay.
But the snapping line has a couple of tables outside, to be al fresco, trying to be a little more upscale.
All right. Yeah. So I will take the job postings and I will sit down outside the bar with my feet up on one of those chairs, looking like I'm very important. And uh, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna hold you there.
Okay.
Uh, all right. Um, Alabaster. You've come in off a ship. You were at the docks. You just took a journey. We'll say east. And oh, hang on just a second.
Child aggro.
I was thinking more along the lines of child distraction.
Yes. She forgot she was supposed to go to daddy instead of mommy. uh, so you've come on a ship from the east. They're Alabaster. And you're arriving on the docks. You've heard that there is a. You've heard of the Hull Watchtower. And you're hoping that maybe they'll allow you access to their libraries so you can gather some information, new knowledge. As you step off the boat and get to the end of the dock, a guard stops you. Ho! What's your business here?
I pull out my pipe and pull out my fire starter and light my pipe and go, I'm here for knowledge. Why are you blocking my way?
Uh, well, it's my job to inquire about new people coming in.
Do you have a family? Do you have children? Do you have a wife?
Yes.
Here you go. You let me pass, I'll give you this. I pull out of my backpack and pull a little clockwork out, and I give him the clock.
What does this do?
I wind it up for him and I show him how it works.
Oh,
I'm a tinker gnome, so yeah.
okay. Well, uh, we normally can't accept gifts. I was gonna let you through. I have to note down why you're here. You know.
Oh, well, I'm here for knowledge. I'm here to get rid of I'm here to sell my wares. And you've been so nice. I'll be happy to, provide both. I give both the guards a tinker toy.
Thank you. Uh, good luck on your sales. Here's a map.
And tell your friends.
I will. Here's a map.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Is there any other information you can give me? How the people are? What's the...
Well, we're a pretty kind bunch. You shouldn't have any problems.
No, I'm just getting the feel for the land. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And then I smoke on my pipe and head to the tavern.
All right. Yeah, they'll direct you towards the snapping line as a place to stay, and they will also point you in the direction of the weekly market, which is number 15.
Excellent.
There. And you should now have a handout for the map of Saltmarsh with all of its infos.
Thank you.
Belinda.
Yes.
You were spending time at the Wicker Goat. Well, you were. This morning you woke up at the jail.
Hey! Hey, what's with these bars there?
Ah! You're awake. Yeah. We put you in the drunk tank. You started a bar fight.
Wouldn't be the first time. What's the damage, Copper?
Not too much. Not too much in physical damage. But you did pummel a young man whose parents are of a bit of importance here in town.
I seem to remember some kind of over-entitled twat. Between
Between you and me, probably had it coming. But
Little embarrassed to be beaten up by a 4'8" woman then.
Ah, ah.
a bit.
What have I got to pay to get out of this?
Actually, for an odd reason, they decided to not truly press charges, just set you in the drunk tank for the night, let you sober up, and then release you.
Don't want to go before the judge and say their kid got beaten up by a 4'8" woman. God.
That's probably it. But
Right then. Can I have my things?
oh yes, yes, and he opens the door, sets a small box on a shelf for you to on a table for you to come over and grab your things.
Because I'm 4'8", I kind of have to reach up to the table, but I successfully obtained my things. Put on my armor and my...
Yeah, the table's probably about chest high to you. And you're on the boat Sea's Mercy, right?
Indeed I am. Has she left yet?
No, but Captain came in not long after you were dragged in, and mentioned for you to see him double quick.
Right, I'm on my way. And I grab my things and I head down to the docks looking for McCall.
So the dock that you're looking for is just to the east of number 16.
And it's going to take me a little while to find it because I don't really remember the city from last night.
Right.
But, I know where the water is, and I figure if I just keep, heading down around the water, I'll come to it eventually.
Yeah, once you get to the bridge, you can plainly see the ship you're on, because, well, it's a little bigger than what's set up at dock right now. So as the crew sees you approach, they, "Oi, Captain! Sunshine's on her way!" And your captain steps to the end of the gangplank.
Good morning, Captain. Sorry about last night.
Well, unfortunately, you're about to be a little sorrier.
What's that? Was there a fine?
No. But, the twit you beat up last night. He,
Twat. He was a twat.
Yes. His father is the one who owns the ship, Belinda.
Oh. Yeah, that's not so good, is it?
No. They agreed to waive...
Putting out to sea, then?
Oh, no, we will be. I have been told that to waive the fine, you are not allowed on board for a while.
Well, bugger that for a lark. Can I at least have my stuff?
Yes, we gathered it for you. And he gestures to one of the crew members.
Bag. I mean, I'm a seagoing person. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I have some, and it means something.
Yeah. So he waves at one of the other crew members, and we cleaned out your room, made sure that everything was found.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't have anything in any secret compartments.
No, sir, not that kind of girl.
I just want you to know, I don't like it, but if it were my ship, I'd tell him to bugger off. But it's not. As you know, with the expansion, there's more captains than there are ships, and if I wanted to keep on the sea myself and keep this crew on the boat.
Right then. I wish you luck keeping this crew in line without me.
It's going to be a feat, especially seeing how the prick is sending one of his own.
I wave to the
take your
crew.
place.
Up yours, boys!
Ah! Up yours too, Belinda! We'll see you in our next trip, sunshine! Well, that's a hopeful. Uh,
He'll
Might
have
I-
forgotten all about it in a month or two.
yeah. Might I suggest taking some jobs around town? Maybe earning some good favor with people above his head.
Could happen, I suppose. Belinda's not really hopeful about
Neither is your captain. He knows you.
but he has paid me out for the voyage so far, so I can go to a pub, which is where I'm going.
Yes. Here's a map of town with some.
Oh,
some
yeah, it's
places.
quite useful, actually. I don't remember much of it from last night.
Yeah, I mean, we've been here a couple of times, but you know, you and your bar fights. It's weird. You're so controlled on the ship, and put you on land, and you're a firecracker.
Got to defend me honor, haven't he?
I suppose. And he gives you a smile.
Belinda turns around and heads for the nearest pub. No
He calls
point in
out-
long goodbyes.
Yep. He calls out to you, "May the winds ever be at your back."
Belinda lifts her right hand and flips him the finger.
He just starts chuckling, climbs back on board, and waits for the prick's replacement.
Gerald is going to love you, Belinda.
So, as the day wears on, you all kind of gather at the snapping line, and as you reach the job board individually, you all note that it's empty.
Oi, who's taking all the jobs?
I do have them laid out in front of me on the table.
Well, it seems like he has.
Well, who are you then?
Me or him?
You.
Me. Bramble. Assigned investigator to this area. Yes, I work for the Information Guild. Cough, cough. Totally the Spy Guild. Also, cough, cough. I'm totally not assigned to this area. I'm not new. But
That's a good one, mate. I'm buying you a beer.
thank you. Shall we go see why he's taken all the jobs?
He's taken all the jobs because he fancies himself a leader.
He does look overimportant. See the way he's sitting there with his feet on the table.
Oh yeah, like the world revolves around him. I don't like him already.
Mm.
I think I see what you're talking about. Belinda walks over to the table and in one leap jumps up on the table and stands with one foot either side of Gerald's crossed feet. Her feet are on the messages, of the job messages. So, what's all this taking all the job?
I was just waiting for people like you. You're pretty spry.
Spry?
Yeah, the way you jumped up on this table was impressive.
I think he's calling you old.
Either that or he's hitting on.
True. Let's see, is he hitting on her? I'm good at reading people. Let's find out.
So Gerald would kind of refers to every female he meets as lady. Would you have a seat with me, lady?
Right, nobody ever called me that. But
Would you
if there's a beer that goes with that seat, I'll be glad to.
I don't have the funds to really throw down for for an ale or a beer, but you're welcome to drink with me. Um, I need some people who are more physically adept than I to handle work. Um, I figured if I hold these cards, people who are like yourself will at least take me along.
Belinda, when he gets to the part about the physical competence, Belinda looks him up and down, but for once in her life, doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
General is going to look at him and say, "If you ain't buying, you ain't leading." And I'm going to grab all three of them, and I'm going to pass one to each of the girls that are there, and one for me. We can each.
Oh,
Gerald,
thank you.
yeah,
you feel a tug on your sleeve
yep.
and then a weight in your pocket.
I'm gonna check my pocket.
You find 15 gold.
Mercy's just standing back, watching the scene at the table with her arms crossed.
Uh, so, Jen, you looks at the gift. You fancy me wanting to be a leader. You misunderstand um, the, the entire. I don't know. My entire motive, and I'm sorry if that takes you. I'd rather run this as a discussion, and not as a one person leads.
Very well. If that is your intention, could you please move your feet so we can see the board?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I adjust my feet. I slide the papers over. My thought process, if you wish to acquire these jobs with me, is to do these two here first because they're in the same area, and then this one, even though it pays well, wouldn't pay as nearly as well as these two if we did these two first.
uh, which two are you pointing out?
I know one was the stolen goods, and the other one was hunting a criminal.
What? Yep.
You awful greedy, taking all of the jobs all at once.
Yes, but we could get paid more that way, can't we?
Other people need work too.
Belinda's busy because she still can't quite figure out like where the jobs are on the map that she's got. She's trying to sort it out. Reading is not her.
Here, let me try. Bramble comes over
Thank
to
you.
you and is just like reading the board and or reading the, job offers that have been ripped from the board. Just kind of like pointing on the map.
Actually, they are outside of town map.
Yeah.
Oh,
Des-
well,
Desi, upstairs, please.
One of the job postings mentions going to either the Wicker Goat to find Ministrad for details on the one for the caravan, guarding the caravan. And
you said that there are like rip-off
Yep.
contact infos at the bottom.
Yep.
Bramble immediately reads the caravan bit, and it goes, well, those are some familiar circumstances. Rip and pockets, one of the smaller things. Right.
Yeah.
So
you'll find Ministrad either at the Wicker Goat or at the mining company headquarters. Wicker Goat is number 3. The mining company headquarters is number 5.
I kind of think they might not want to see me at the Wicker Goat after last night.
Oh, right. You were the cause of that ruckus that I heard about.
What
is this? Ruckus?
Oh, there was this little twat that got in my face and thought he was all in.
His family.
And I
is
gave
now
him a well-deserved correction, but it ended up with me in the drunk tank and fired from the job.
So your response to his impropriety was violence, and the result of that was your own incarceration, even though he started.
Sounds like the little whelp deserved it.
Apparently, he's the son of some big cheese in this bird.
Oh,
Is this normal behavior for how people in this area resolve their conflict?
Crap out of me. I'm from the mountains.
what was the last name of the whelp that gave you the hard time?
Kennedy.
Was that Kennedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can change it if you want. I was just grabbing a name of a prominent family.
Nope. That sounds perfect. I am writing it down in your notes so that I remember.
Well, yes, what is your name? I look towards the stranger who has taken all of the jobs off the board.
So I'm wearing like this very deep purple robe. I've got a staff. My skin is blue. I definitely don't look from around here. And my name is Gerald.
Just in precision. I can't say that. Never mind. In return, description for description, what you see is a orange and black striped tabaxi, wearing lots of leathers, a cloak that obscures her face, etc. Kind of furtive and secretive. I see. It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Kane. You were laying out the foundation for your thought process on taking these two jobs?
Yeah, I believe these would be the fastest two for us um, to get done. I'm gonna look over to Generala's character because just not seeing any armor, and I wouldn't actually be used to what she actually is. I ask her if she is a spellcaster.
My name is Jennifer. I am of the Zerai.
I don't have very many dealings with the Gith. I
Well, I need a beer before I do anything. I have been walking for quite some time. If
Yeah,
you'll
no,
excuse me.
go ahead, sit. I'll go get the beers, and
Very well.
go ahead and study these jobs and see if you agree with my assessment. And I will be right back. And I'm gonna stand up and go in and order. What is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 beers. Do I have my friend with me?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna order 6 beers and I'm gonna carry all of them out. Um, one in each individual hand.
Okay.
That's quite a trick. You could get good work doing that. I'm a description of myself. I am Belinda Sunshine. The name is meant as a sarcastic joke by a crew I supervised. I'm a 4'8", sturdily built dwarf with red hair and prominent eyebrows and a semi-permanent scalp.
Generala is approximately, she's about 5'11". Her skin is brown. Her eyes are ocean green and her hair is red. She's wearing very plain traveling clothes. and has a backpack and a couple of. There's a sword sticking out of there. She's got a dagger on her belt that doesn't match anything she has. She sits down. She places her backpack at her feet and drinks her beer in one.
Belinda sits down next to Bramble. Always lucky to have a kitty around.
By the way, how much
Yes.
did the 6 beers go for?
The other flesh folk tell me this as well.
Aren't you insulted that people just like assume you're a pet because of your appearance?
It's a bit of a disgrace, yes. However, there's intention behind that. No. For example, this was what? A cough, the hairball. An offhanded compliment. So I'll accept it.
That is.
Plus, I bet you're a big help at getting rid of vermin.
Do I notice Mercy kind of standing there watching?
Yes.
Do I also notice that Bramble is injured?
Is what?
Injured.
Is injured.
Yes. You Oh. I'm hearing myself. Anyway. You hear.
Audra, you're.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry about that. It was just disconcerting. You see upon her arm, there is a bandage, which is, starting to soak through.
I look over at Mercy. I don't know who she is. I said, "Would you like to join our discussion?"
I'm interested in work.
Well, since this gentleman has decided to assign all the jobs to himself, he might as well join us because he clearly needs.
Mercy just snorts when she says gentleman.
That was all in quotes, gentleman in quotes.
She leans over. Bramble, might I look at your arm?
Yes. She seems puzzled, but she hands you her uninjured arm.
No, the injured one.
Oh. Are you a healer?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Yes, that would actually be very helpful. Thank you. She'll hand you her injured arm this time.
Yeah, if you could all drop your tokens around the table on the outside, just so people can see your tokens.
Yep, I need to. Can you edit my character sheet and click use the photo as my token?
My bio and info is still loading, apparently.
Yeah, it's been doing that for a couple days. I haven't even been able to look at it yet. I might have to reassign you a new sheet.
Mercy will look at Bramble's arm, and then she'll treat it.
Guys, upstairs in play?
Field kit. She'll clean it up and properly bandage.
Bramble, do you show Mercy the herbs you found and have been using?
Yes, I do. I found these herbs. They seem to help with the side effects. Perhaps the fevers.
Side effects?
Yes. After I received this bite, a few hours later, I was caught in the midst of a burning fever. So I looked around. Fortunately, I found these medicinal herbs, and they seem to suppress it for whatever reason.
May I look at that, please?
Sure. And Bramble pulls out from her bag like a little pouch. From this pouch, she pulls out a vine that has pink flowers just scattered all over it. Here you are.
Can Mercy
Go ahead, Barbara.
can Mercy determine whether she's suffering from wound fever or something?
You can determine that it is not wound fever. The wound itself seems very clean and very. There's no sign of infection, there's no heat radiating from it, but it seems to be weeping, just that slow trickle of fluid. And it doesn't seem to have closed properly. You're not quite sure what it is. This isn't something you've seen.
What do I roll to investigate this herb?
Medicine.
I have no idea what this is.
There we go.
I look at it and I'm like, okay, and I hand.
All right, thank you.
Using my
She puts it
herbalism
back in
kit.
his pouch.
All right, if you guys are
Can
gonna run around the
I
house like this,
try and
because I
determine
told you to play upstairs, go ahead and play outside.
Yes.
Play outside. Yep, and I said that if you guys made a lot of noise, it was time to play outside.
You have.
That's an actual 20 by the time you give
Yeah.
the bonus.
Yeah. Um,
There we go.
you know this plant to either ward off some altering effects. Sometime you've heard rumors that it could alter a being, either preventing a drastic change or causing it, depending on the individual and what they were using it for.
So if the wound had some sort of associated, for lack of a better word, curse, the herb will help hold.
It could, or it could cause it to manifest. It is literally a hit or miss medicine.
And so as you take it back, Bramble.
What was that you cut off?
Oh, as she takes it back from Generala, Bramble just kind of crushes the flowers in her paw and suckles on them, and then tosses it aside. It's been helping with the fever so far, anyway. I don't.
Wise healer, it is a blessing to meet you. I am Generala, and what is your name?
Call me Mercy.
Such a fitting name.
Nine for a healer.
Hmm.
So, kind of just if anybody drops anything on the ground or needs anything, um, Gerald will be like, "I'll get that." And honestly, it would just if you drop something, it would float back up to the table. If you threw trash away or wanted to throw trash away, the trash would just kind of pick itself up and move away and deposit itself in the nearest receptacle. Uh, Gerald seems to be very obsessed with tidiness at the moment.
Hmm. That's quite a trick. Notes this down.
What is your story, young man? 6 arms?
Uh, no, so you won't only see two visible arms, but things float around me at the moment.
What is your story? What is this nonsense?
Oh, I have an unseen servant, and as I gesture just to the air.
Ah,
Belinda looks up from her beer. That should make you very popular.
you can imagine.
It can.
Are you a mage then?
Um, not originally.
Hmm.
I pull out my fire maker and light my pipe. This is interesting.
So, what is your skill set then, Gerard?
Um, I'm a caster. I move stuff, and I'm pretty good at surviving what life throws at me. Um,
I'm very good at punching what life throws at me.
I
we
like
should get
that in a
along
person.
fine. Sorry, dear. I interrupted. Go ahead.
Was that me you were calling dear?
Yes, yes.
Well, don't do it again.
I'm sorry if you took offense, lady.
I nod over at the gentleman with the pipe. And what be your name?
Talking to me.
Yes, with the pipe.
I am Alabaster Fire Hands.
I think there was a dog barking. What did you actually say?
Alabaster Fire Hands. Alabaster Fire Hands. Sorry about that.
White fire hands.
Alabaster Fire Hands. His name is Alabaster Fire Hands. And there's a million things he hasn't done.
I'm.
If you're looking for a caster, I'll be happy to accompany you.
Ooh.
Well, your skill set's probably different than mine, even though you do possess the arts of the arcane. Um,
Hmm. I do believe that we should decide which jobs we're doing first.
yeah. My vote was these two, but just because of speed. But that doesn't mean, your skill sets could make a determining what would be easier as well. So, why don't
I'm
we figure out and kind of cast a vote?
I'm personally vested in this one, and Bramble points towards the missing caravan or the escort a caravan one. But that has designating circumstances. I'm sure it's fine if we do something else first.
I don't mind helping you out. The caravan seems to be uh, a part of the two that I want anyway. So that's kind of two for the caravan.
Actually, it isn't.
Nope, the caravan goes in the opposite direction.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought it was part of the same. My bad.
It
I
looks to
vote if someone has a vested interest in one of these, that we go ahead and take that job and put the other two back on the. If they are here when we come back, then we may take them.
You're
reading
right.
reading the postings. It appears two of them are posted by the town guard, and one by the dwarves at the mine. If that affects anybody's.
Well, I have a personal interest in that one due to some other but like I said, that those circumstances are not necessarily time restricted, so it's all right if we do something else first. It's just that where I'm from, they've experienced similar, or rather similar some circumstances where escorted caravans were not reaching their destinations. So I was wondering, perhaps same here. And Bramble just kind of shrugged. I don't mind though, whatever everyone feels comfortable with. I'm sure they'll be just fine.
At this point, Hannah walks up. Hello, everybody. Does anybody want a refill on their beer? Or
Yes, ma'am.
some
Thank you
food?
very much, ma'am.
Yes, please. Gerald's buying.
Just tackles everyone. It's like, give me a beer, please.
Okay.
silver.
Okay. Is that a full round for everybody?
Might as well.
Um,
Looks like Jen Rallo and I will handle anything that nobody can finish.
I'll throw
Aye.
I'll throw
All right.
throw 2 gold
Any
at it.
food? We don't
Yeah,
have
that sounds great.
we have fish. We have stew.
Yeah, some of that. Some of all of that.
Yes, fish would be lovely.
Fish, stew, burgers, slide of beef, cooked rare.
Belinda laughs a little because the kitty is ordering the fish.
What?
I'm sorry, ma'am. All we have is the stew or the fish. The fish comes with some lovely greens and some seasoned potatoes. The stew has
Sounds wonderful.
veggies.
Sounds wonderful. She interrupts her. Sounds wonderful. Bring both. Bring everybody one of each.
Wow.
Okay.
How exciting.
And 2 beers for everyone. Yes, 2 beers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Having heard Generala say that Gerald is footing the bill, Hannah just kind of looks at him and tilts her head a bit.
So, because I've been frequenting here quite a bit, I'm going to speak into her mind and ask her how much it is first, and then
Mercy is going to pass on the food.
Okay. It would be 3 silver pieces per set. Individually, they're both kind of considered for food, but if fish and stew will be 3 silver pieces apiece, and then the ale is 4 copper a cup. I'm sorry, I had misquoted when I wrote down how much the ale. It should have only been 24.
That's all right. The gold that I've
Copper
already
pieces, but-
deducted covers it. So
Okay.
I I will I'll give her the extra gold, or quote from
Okay.
and then
All right.
and then nod yes.
All right. That'll be coming right up. And she walks off to leave you to continue speaking.
Now, I think maybe we need to get a better idea of everybody's expertise. You know, we know, for instance, that Mercy here is a healer, and that's a really valuable person to have around. I've been a bosun aboard a sailing ship. I know pretty much everything there is to do with boats, and I've managed a crew before, and I'm pretty good in a fight.
One second.
I see. Very well. In that case, I work with the Information Guild, so I'm used to. Skulking seems a bit an appropriate word. Skulk around in the shadows, collect information, scout. I do have some mystical expertise, but mostly I trust my blade or claws.
How about you? She looks over at. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name already. With the one, Alabaster Fire Hands.
Well, I'm a historian. I'm a thorough for knowledge, and I like to make things go.
All right, that last one sounds good.
And I like to build things.
Could be useful. Could be useful.
On your thirst for knowledge, that could prove very useful to me. Um, I'll help you on your way to that knowledge. I I'm not. So I am Gerald. Gerald Kane. I've got knowledge of the sea. I have the ability to swim underwater, not really hold my breath, but breathe underwater for forever. I'm very handy in long distance fighting. Up close and personal is not really my thing, but I'm also very good at moving around the battlefield, and so I'm kind of slippery.
Yeah, we can see that.
Um, all of you have very wonderful and unique skill sets, and I think I'm going to enjoy this. I've actually never been adventuring before. Um,
Oh, really?
no, no. In a past life, I did nothing but merchant style work, selling this and that, transporting goods, that kind of thing.
Somehow, that seems quite obvious. Oh well.
So after have we decided which jobs would best suit our skills?
We were just talking about what those skills were.
True.
Generala, what are yours?
I believe she said something. If a problem comes along, you must punch it.
I am going to use my mage hand to lift the beer in front of me and drink it. Take a really big sip, and then I slam it down with my invisible hand, and I say, "Well, I'm a fighter. I fight with fists, and I'm very. I am a monk."
Okay. Well, uh, so Gerald is going to kind of post the notes back on the board after discussing it for a while. That way, other people who might want the jobs can pick. But yeah. Um, I don't care what we do as long as we do it. I have goal in mind that I need, and I need a lot of money to get there. And well, hopefully this is a good way to acquire wealth.
Well, perhaps we can do both. When does the caravan leave? See, I look at the posting.
It leaves in 2 days.
Okay. And,
You specifically would note that each of the jobs will take several days to reach the proposed location.
Never mind. They are too far away for what I had planned. Very well. I suppose it's up to you all then. Which job do you wish to take?
If any of us are intending to stay here a while, the other thing we should consider is who do we wish to establish a connection with? The guards, the dwarves, or others? That may affect which job is most beneficial.
I hadn't thought about it like that. From what I know of town, uh, my gut says I'd rather help the dwarves than the gods.
Now, well,
The jobs from the Hool Watchtower are not from the guards. It's a direct posting from a councilman, but so is the caravan.
What councilman?
Eleander. He is.
And the other councilman is.
Phil. Ministry.
Do I know which one would be better to have favors from?
They are both of the loyalist faction, so at this point, working for either of them will grant you the same type of favor. They work together very closely on the council to move Saltmarsh towards a brighter future under the crown.
I guess I made an assumption there when Eleander had postings. I assumed since he's the captain of the guard, that was what it meant.
He's not really captain of the guard, but he is a fierce desire to keep order and keep peace, and to show the crown that he is still loyal. He is ex-military.
I want to do the Eleander job. Either one.
No, which both of those are to the marsh.
Yep.
Very well.
Marsh.
Bugs and mosquitoes and sturge.
What is a sturge?
At this point, Hannah steps up with a tray of drinks and a tray of food and is just starting to dole it out. Oh, sturges are terrible things. They're like giant mosquitoes.
Scared someone off.
Yeah, they're a little like bats, only more insectile.
If they bite you, it's terrible. You take damage and then you just become weaker. They're horrible, horrible things.
Sounds like they need to die.
Oh, yes.
That would be fantastic. I've encountered worse.
Have you punched him?
Have I punched them?
Yeah, whoever was worse.
Yes.
Good. I think we're going to be friends.
I think so too. And she offers her glass or mug to tip.
We drink a toast to one another.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
There we go. Clink. Very well. So if we shall be going in the marsh, and Bramble pockets the contact info for the caravan, but if we'll be going into the marsh, are we hunting these outlaws, or what is this other job?
Recovering stolen goods.
Yes.
I think we should do whichever one we come across first.
Bramble introduced herself as Bramble.
Very good. It's very important to my character.
Very well. Let's find out which one is Bramble looks towards Hannah and goes over. Excuse me. Could we get a map of the marshes outside town, within the village?
Well, I suppose the market would have one, but they're not open until well, next week.
That could be problematic. Do you know of anyone who may keep?
Well, the gods might have some. You said you were heading towards the marshes.
Yes.
I am picking up somebody else's accent. God damn it.
So,
it's contagious.
I'm gonna make my way to the market.
Bye. As Gerald just strolls out the door.
Uh, uh, well, you require a map. Let me see if I can work some of my connections and acquire one. And I'm gonna head to the market.
Very well.
We also need bug spray because we're going to the marshes and
Oh, good
mosquitoes.
thinking.
Hannah states that yes, that would also be found in the apothecary, which is in the market.
Hmm.
Which
Some
is
of the
open every.
stores, well, some of the stores are open all the time. The wide open market is usually held on. I need to get. Uh, is usually held on Earth Day,
If
and
this
today is Star Day. So,
if this person is interested in hiring us, might it be possible that he would have some way to guide us to where we're looking for the things he's looking?
oh
Oh,
yes, I
now
was
you're
about to say.
thinking. Now you're thinking. Now we're bringing somebody with brains. I like that.
Yes, he would also be a likely source for a map and supplies.
Hmm. Perhaps we could utilize this connection to our advantage. Thank you.
Uh, would you all be wanting rooms?
Um,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
most
please.
likely.
All right.
No, thank you.
It's all right. You can share with us.
So,
Unless you just like being outside. That's fine too.
so Gerald's gonna kind of find one of the buildings for the market. Just kind of look through the window and see if anybody's actually inside.
Um, the location where you know the cartographer might be, um, he's open.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and uh, talk to him about getting a map.
When Hannah walks away, Mercy leans forward and says in a very quiet voice to Belinda and Janvala, "Have you smelled the place, ladies?"
No. What's it smell like?
Hmm. Um, vomit, ale.
And rotting fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a seacoast town to me.
To be
It's
fair,
a bed. I haven't slept on a bed in a while. I'm gonna go for it. I don't care what it's.
Right. I'm with you.
hmm.
I
If Jared
respond.
was there, if Gerald was there, he could tell you it is the better inn in town.
I am responding in my mind to Mercy, not speaking out loud.
Okay.
Um, so I'm gonna go up to the cartographer. Hey, I need a. How much for the maps?
Depends on where you're looking and how
Uh,
detailed you want. Some of them, I don't have very detailed maps of because well, it's hard to get out there and you know mark locations and stuff. I have most of the basic features though.
that'll
What
do.
are you looking for?
And I know we need one for the marshes and one for the dwarfs area, if you have. Um,
Well, The only map I really have for the that includes the marshes is this one, which is now in your handout under Saltmarsh region.
Okay.
As I said, it's not extremely detailed, but it gives you an idea of where things are and in relation to each other. It's honestly, other than my town map, it's one of my better maps.
Uh, so do I see where it's located? Like the map that he shows me, is it like in a bin or is it um, where was it being stored?
Uh, like at the older post office where they don't have the little doors in front of the slots, but they have the little cubbies.
Yep.
Um, he goes over and he's uh, reaching up and pulling the map out of one of the cubbies. There's only 2 other maps in that particular cubby.
All right. So in my mind, I'm going to send a message.
This is a. Has Jerome join us once
Not
more?
yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Sorry for all the extra noise in the background.
What is it?
So in my mind, I'm going to tell my friend to acquire one of the maps from that box when the attendant is talking to me.
Okay. Roll their sleight of hand at advantage because you are
Okay.
keeping the person busy once they turn around and they pull out the map from the cubby and they're showing it to you.
Okay.
So this map shows the region. Here's the marshes. Here's the drowned forest. Here's the Silverland wood stand. Here's the dread forest or the dreadwood. Saltmarsh is here. And as the cartographer is pointing out various locations, you see one of the maps just slowly edging itself out of the cubby very carefully. And then it comes out, hovers in the air for a moment, and then disappears.
Okay. Uh,
And you feel a tug on your sleeve.
okay. And I'm actually going to buy this map as well.
Yeah, that'll be 50 copper.
Okay.
While his lordship is over playing around in the market, might we not want to contact the gentleman in charge of these
That
jobs?
is a good idea.
I'm going to make my way back to them after getting the map.
All right, you'll arrive just as they're getting up and ready to leave.
Let me go send them a message to let them know that we're coming. And I walk out and I find the nearest guard, who probably should not be that far away.
No, you're noticing a guard walk by every 10-15 minutes.
Hello. There is a councilman from the Loyalist faction by name of Blah who posted certain jobs on the job board related to the marsh.
Oh, yes, Eleander. Yes.
Yes, Elian. We are about to undertake those jobs, but we were wondering if he had more information, perhaps, etc. So
Uh,
could you please send him a message or let him know that we'll be coming to see him?
uh, at this time of day, he'll be at the pool watch tower.
Oh, um,
Is that the
That
third
is,
top?
is he available?
um, it's number 12 on your map. He should be. This is about mid afternoon or so is when he's at the tower to take in uh, offers for the work he proposes. Mornings are council times for council.
Very well then. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Bramble turns, walks away. This guard forgets that she was there. Um,
Yep.
Very well. Yes. Hello. She just kind of sticks her head in through the wall.
We're actually still
The
sitting
door.
outside, I think.
Oh, you
Yep.
are. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
You were sitting
So
al fresco.
she'll just glance towards the table and be like, "He's actually at the watchtower and is apparently available. So we can certainly go see him for more information, supplies, etc."
Um, so when I
All
get
right.
back, I'm going to have uh, Czar hand the map to Belinda,
Okay.
and as it's doing that, I'm going to talk to Belinda in her head um, with my awakened mind and say, "Here, I'm giving you this map. Um, as your former work as a bosun, I trust that you can keep people in line, and um, this information should be privy to you."
And
Okay.
as you hear Gerald's voice saying that a rolled up piece of parchment just pops into existence in front of you.
I grab the parchment. I have fast reflexes, and I look up at him and I say out loud, "Don't do that. It's
Don't you what?
talk in the head."
Sometimes that can be useful for communication.
Well, I think it's creepy.
I'm sorry, milady.
I'm not your lady or
Sorry,
anybody's lady.
sorry, miss.
Maybe he's looking for a lady.
Not this week. God.
Zoran says, "No, no, no, no.
So,
I am not looking for a lady. Uh,
blink, blink.
I'm
Nephew.
betrothed."
Um, shall we then?
Yeah. Let's get going.
Okay. Bramble will start leading them towards the watchtower.
Okay.
All
We
right.
leave some of our gear in our rooms at the inn. I sort of trust Hannah not to steal our stuff.
Yep. The rooms are not private; they're shared. Um, they're really cheap though. They're only 5 copper a piece.
Maybe we better take our gear with us.
Yeah. Uh,
Your gear will be safe.
and Gerald has so little in the way of gear that I'm carrying it all the time. I'm walking with my staff,
Mm-hmm.
So You all walk across the bridge, across the river that leads into the Azure Sea, and follow your maps. For those of you who have maps, and for those who don't, it's a simple ask once you're there. Not a problem. And you head to Pool Watch Tower. There's a couple of guards standing outside the door. Oi, you what? Looking for work?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
As a group or individually?
As a group.
All right.
We haven't got a name yet, but we'll get there.
Okay. He's with someone right now, but if you just wait a moment, and as the guard is saying that, a small woman with bouncy brown hair, glasses, scurrying out.
Of course, Gerald's mind went with someone as he kind of follows her out with his eyes.
Of course I did. Bramble, meanwhile, is kind of pulled out a ball of yarn. It's just like tossing it back and forth between her hands.
Squee. Sorry.
Czar, grab the ball. Play pass with him.
Her.
Oh yeah, forgot her. Play pass with her.
As you catch the yarn ball at one point, you feel a slight tug on it.
Hey, what? Who's there?
The yarn ball. Do you grip the yarn ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Bramble's not letting go of this.
I need opposing strength checks.
Oh boy. This is not something Bramble is quite good at. Strength
Neither is
check.
Czar.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Czar does not get it. So
Fine.
you feel the tugging, and a tug, and a tug, and then no more tugging.
Bramble just kind of like shoves at the air, I guess. Mine. And she pockets it.
And Gerald, you feel a single tug on your sleeve as opposed to the typical tug.
Yep. Up on the backpack where you belong. Set in my mind.
Yep. And you feel the familiar weight settle on.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the guard is like, let me check to see if he's available now. That was his last appointment. Be right back. And the other guard is just standing there, completely uninterested in you. Seems bored and overtired. Kind of gives a double glance at Belinda, but quickly dismisses it. Nah.
Belinda raises an eyebrow but doesn't say anything. She's on her best behavior.
Marcy's standing at ease.
The guard comes back and says, yeah, Eleander can see you now. Come this way.
Right.
Leads you past a wide open foyer and into a room.
So Bramble lets the others go on ahead a bit and glances to the tired guard. You seem tired. Long shifts lately?
Yeah, I was assigned a double today. That was on patrol down by the bay.
Where the watermelons
Any
grow.
trouble there?
There was a bar fight that way, and
Ah.
a feisty one had to be dragged to drunk tank, but
I see. Yes.
And then I got put on morning to noon, mid morning to mid afternoon duty here, so I haven't had a lot of rest.
I see. Very well. That is quite terrible. Here you go. And she hands him two. No, I was about to say 2 gold, but then I realized how much money that is. 20 copper. Yeah. Here, for when you get off duty, go buy yourself a drink or so.
He kind of looks around to make sure the other guard isn't paying attention and that he's out of sight, which he is because he's leading the group, and he pockets. Thank you, ma'am. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Do I look like I would tell anyone? And she just kind of walks past him.
The guard who's leading opens a door to a well-furnished and well-kept office. And Eleander is sitting at his desk. Yes? How can I help you?
We're here about the job.
You see a elderly human male. And he's burly. You would assume he's tall, but he remains sitting.
I'm gonna forget myself for a moment and ask him how the family is.
Doing well. My youngest is heading to the capital for the, you would assume, education.
Yeah,
Do I
yeah,
know
I'm
you?
aware. Oh. Yes, long ago. Mind you, I only look like I'm in my 20s. The whole encounter.
And also, you are a fish person, which is still relatively new to be around often.
Yeah.
So he just kind of looks at you, confused and intrigued, but lets it go. Yes, which job were you thinking of? Or did you want both?
Both, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, if you think you can complete that would be fantastic. They're both in the marsh. One's a little further than the other, but they're both in the reports we have put them both in the same general vicinity. Probably within 10 miles of each other.
Yeah, so they're only about a day apart then, so it should be no problem to do both.
Oh, less than that.
Is there anything special we need to know or bring?
Yes, actually, and he stands up, and you notice that his leg has been, one of his legs, not a leg. It's a wooden peg. And it's at this point you notice some scarring on his face, some scarring on his exposed arms.
Mercy will look at his hands to see if he has typical scars of a sword.
Oh, absolutely. You may have heard of Eleander.
Probably.
He fought in the Royal Army, was injured, has now retired to be a council member of Saltmarsh. And although isn't technically head of the guard or whatnot, he likes to keep his fingers in the pot. You know, keep them in line.
So yes,
Or she's, like I say, she's standing there observing, but she's standing as a typical Addie soldier.
Yeah. He walks over to a cupboard and he's like, you'll want some of this. The edges of the marsh, you won't need it as much. Actually, you could probably get away without using it, but as you get deeper into the marsh, you're going to want to use it. This will help keep the biting insects away, including those big bastards. Also, as far as the stolen goods, there's a crate of some fine wares that was meant to go to market, and it was waylaid. I think between all of you, you should be able to carry what's there back.
Right, Governor.
As for the criminal, well, he's been a bit of a thorn in the guard side for a while, and I figured it was about time that it got posted.
may
Do you
I?
necessarily want him alive?
Alive and in prison, and to be judged might be better for the morale of town,
We'll do our best.
but I well know that isn't always a possibility.
May I inquire what crime that they have committed?
They are higher up in a group of cultists that have popped up. They've been summoning weird creatures, the undead and the like,
No,
some sea beasts.
no. Seeing they suffer the sanctity of life, we'll definitely make sure that we do our best to bring them to some form of justice.
I've been in the
Belinda
area.
raises an eyebrow but says nothing.
I've been in the area for a while. Do I know this cult? Have I seen not stories, bulletins perhaps of,
Yeah, you've no one has been quite able to pin down what they're a cult to or what their goal is. Just that some strange aberrations have been summoned and had to have been dealt with in strange locations that don't seem to make sense. But they've also been summoning the undead. So
So we have a picture of this guy.
yes. I don't actually have one to give you, but you do. He hands you a sketch.
Very well.
We're not sure of his name. We've had someone scrying on an item he left behind at a crime scene. We're assuming he's relatively higher up in the cult. Rare, fairly nice item that he left behind that we've scryed on, or used it to help us scry, and we found him. Um, he's a little deeper in the marsh than the goods. Last we knew.
Very well. We shall, yes, attempt to bring him to justice.
The assumption is that these jobs should take you about a week and a half to 2 weeks,
Very well.
mostly in travel time to get to the marsh and the location. So for that, we are willing to prepay 3 gold apiece, so that you can gear yourselves up, pick up some rations, prepare for that type of journey.
That's right, friendly of you, Governor. Thank you.
And we will, when you return, if you are successful, we will pay you for a full, the remainder for 2 weeks worth of work, even if you are able to manage to get the job done sooner somehow. Distance, though, tells us that it'll be at least 2 weeks. But we will pay you for your time, and there should be a bonus in it, depending on danger and risk assessment.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, did you say you would be supplying us with things like, food and bug spray and,
Well, I've given you ointments for deeper in the marsh to help deal with the biting insects, and I've given you 3 gold so that you can buy your own ration,
3 gold. Okay.
which is more than enough to buy ration ammo. Right.
Alrighty then.
Let's go to the inn, rest up, and head out on the next day. Maybe stop for some shopping on the way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You are also handed a map similar to the one that Gerald bought. This will help you. And he marks 2 locations on the map. Both are relatively close to where the name of Marsh is, about 1 hex square south, according to the compass of on the map, from the drowned forest.
All right.
Hmm.
So
I'm actually going to move you guys to that map. Just ping.
all right.
where
As our
that is.
on their way back to the inn is actually going to stop at the bridge, and throw in a coin, just a copper piece, into the water below, kind of that good luck ritual.
Hmm. Smart.
Those are your 2 locations. The X is
Oh, okay.
changed.
Hmm. So,
There you go.
Bramble will stay behind once again. Go, as for the other job, the caravan, please notify me if anything strange happen on the journey. I
Okay.
looked into unusual circumstances regarding similar incidents.
Oh. Okay. Although talking to Ministra would probably get you more information for that, I will keep my ear out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Bramble follows.
All right, I'm gonna.
Belinda also pays attention to her religion before she goes to sleep. She prays to Hala Bright Axe and asks to be inspired with wisdom and power in pursuing.
All right.
Yeah. Um,
Is anybody doing anything else before sleep?
I would be communicating with my head patron, with, or not maybe communicating, but that prayer or thought toward um, them, that hopefully my work here in acquiring money will help me acquire power. Not really your um, very good at agmatic prayer, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
As for
Nope, Generala's just crawling into bed. Sorry.
Marshy's going to look for a room somewhere else.
The other 3 inns are worse off. Or the other 2 inns, I'm sorry. Of the 3 inns, the Snapping Line is the best.
Bramble's just writing down everything that she learned about everything today, her little notebook, and then turning in for the night.
Your arm itches.
Ow. She'll
Nothing.
take another dose
Yeah.
of that herb.
Yep. Just enough to be a mild annoyance, but you want to get to sleep, so.
Belinda arranges herself close to the door of the room in which the group is sleeping. And she's pretty sure we're safe here and that there's no need to set watches, but she's kind of just wants to be aware and be the first on the scene of something.
I'm assuming the ladies took the room with 4 beds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What do you mean we're not going to set watches?
Um, yeah.
Does anybody answer Mercy?
I set my own watch.
Yeah, Zal doesn't sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bramble's probably just used to getting up at sunrise, so.
All right. So you all have an uneventful night's sleep.
Excellent.
And in the morning, Hannah has a breakfast all set, ready for you to go. It's kind of buffet style, eggs, bacon, some beef strips,
Thanks, Hannah. This is great stuff.
leftover stew, and the ever-present fish.
Yes, fish. Give me all the fish.
Yeah, complimentary breakfast for those who stay.
Percy avoids the fish.
We also have ale, apple juice, this bitter brew that the dwarves call coffee.
Yeah.
It'll perk you right up.
I'll try some of this coffee stuff.
Uh,
Oh, is
I-
it good?
I enjoy it, but I like to put sugar and milk in mine. Maybe a dash of honey instead of sugar. You know, just to ease the bitterness back a bit.
Yes, can I have that?
Absolutely.
That sounds delightful.
We also have milk, and it's all part of your breakfast.
Yeah. I'll have my coffee black just like my soul. I mean, wait, what?
I will not put anything in my coffee, and I will like it.
Looks like black coffee all around.
Actually, what I'm going to kind of do is I'm going to cast dancing lights inside my coffee mug and have it dance all kind of swirling colors as I drink it, just to be different.
All right.
And what I'm thinking is if this group needs a name, I say we're the secret champion.
Hannah giggles and goes, "Secret champions, huh? If that's your name, it's not much of a secret, is it?"
Secret champions?
I vote for murder hobos of hell.
What did you say?
Murder hobos from hell.
Oh, I got.
How about we decide if we're going to stay a group before we name ourselves?
Oh yeah, I like the balance. Lots and lots of good stuff going on here.
Does
Belinda really has nothing else to do, so this is fine.
right?
Get money, gain power. There, very simple name.
GMGP.
GMGP. Yeah, you know me. Oh,
I think we'll have to work on the names a bit.
probably.
Is everyone ready to go?
Yeah. Let's press on. We need to get this done. Okay.
All right,
Right.
onward.
I seem to have this like sense of urgency that doesn't quite make sense.
Well, we got to use up. We got to gear up first. I mean, some food, some bug stuff,
Oh, nope, you have the bug stuff.
bows, that kind of thing.
You already have the bug stuff. He gave you bug.
Yeah, well,
Maybe some more. Who knows?
Yeah.
He gave you enough for the 6 of you for a month. So you have a jar of it.
fill up our water skin.
Yeah, think of one of the larger Progresso spaghetti sauce jars. Not the huge, gigantic restaurant size, but the large family size.
And this stuff is like a little dabble, do you?
Exactly. Like you just need to put it at like you would perfume. Dab on each side of your neck, a dab on each wrist, and you're good.
Oh, you all smell lovely, darling.
It does. Strangely, it smells a bit like lavender.
Do I need to put any on?
Yes.
You are unsure.
Yes, I am.
So is the DM at the moment. So I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Or on the side of caution, I would say.
Hmm. Well, it sounds to me like our biggest requirements are perhaps rations of food and water.
Not sure how I'm going to get that this goop out of your hair, my fuzzy friend.
Um, Perhaps with sand. Sand showers usually remove dirt and grime from my fur and leave it quite polished as well.
Bramble has a name. You should probably use it.
Yes, I do have a name. Be ashamed not to. um, so if we do go into the marsh is difficult to move in because of the swamp, as well as traditionally dark. So, does anyone require that we buy external sources of?
Um, I move what I've had dancing on my coffee cup, and then I illuminate the tip of my staff with it, going. I have this that I can keep going for those who need light.
Let's pick up a couple torches just as a backup.
Yes. Hmm.
It's
Um,
15 gold for a month's worth of rations, by the way.
How much?
right, but we're not going in for a month. We need a week.
Odd
What's the name of
rations.
this tavern? The Wild Goat?
I think this is the stinging lion.
The
Why a
snapping.
lion would be stinging is anyone's guess.
The snapping line.
Ah,
Like
Like
in
snapping
fishing.
line, yeah.
Yep. Like
All right, so maybe we could call ourselves the fishermen or the anglers.
I like the anglers.
Yeah, all right. Because we always have an angle.
Exactly.
Mercy just puts her head in her hands and shakes her head.
Oh, mercy.
Bramble, meanwhile, Bramble has
I do
maintained.
not like that name.
All right.
Let's just call ourselves the Not Chaps.
The not what?
The Not Chaps.
So a lot of us are girls. Yeah, all right.
Yar. Ladies in your face?
We have so many misses in this group. Hopefully, we don't get hit.
oh.
Mercy throws up a bit in her mouth.
In general, it just looks at Gerald, just looks at him. Like, did you really say?
I'm just sitting back, lighting my pipe and smoking and going, "Oh my god, you guys are crazy."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Mercy's medic.
How about we quit worrying about a name and get something done?
Oh, all right.
Let's go
yeah.
shopping.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some sort of raincoat.
Ooh, good idea. I will be right back and also do the shopping since I guess that is currently what we're doing. So I will be right back before we set out.
Does anybody have any hunting skills so that we can feed ourselves along the way?
Oh, Bramble raises a paw. I'm pretty good at it.
Wonderful. So I'll pick up another 10 days worth of rations. What's the cost of that, please?
5 gold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But they don't ever spoil.
How much for a raincoat then?
Uh,
Silver?
you can probably get one for.
Traveler's clothes include a
No, it's
rain
5 silver pieces for 1 day of ration, not 5 gold.
Right, she said she wanted like 10 days.
So that would be
That
Or
would be 5 gold.
50 silver or 5 gold. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Traveler's clothes come with a traveling cloak that would serve as a rain cloak.
Yep.
And those are like 2 gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did I have one of those?
All right. Just mark it down in your items.
So, Belinda's going to pick up some fishing tackle.
All right.
Mercy's pretty well all set.
I think I need a bow and arrow.
Probably a good idea.
In your sturdy gear, did you take your short bow?
I took a short sword. I didn't have an option for a short bow.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I don't think I did. Yeah, there's no short bow in that.
No, your ranged weapon that came in your equipment was the dart.
Yeah, I don't want the darts.
Okay, you can sell your darts. Alright. That's funny. It
It's
says we
25
have the
gold
darts.
for short bow.
Yeah. Yeah, your darts are worth 5 copper pieces apiece. A sling is a silver. And the short bow and the light cross 25 gold.
Well, I don't have enough money for that. But I will sell the darts, so that's...
Usually it's sold for half, so they will give you 2 copper apiece.
So that's 20 copper.
Ooh. You can get a sling for a silver. That would give you at least something for ranged. Or you can just run up and punch things in the face.
Yep, I'm gonna run up to a pig and punch it in the face and kill it.
Well, all right. Pork chops for dinner.
Do you really
Do I really what?
go run up to a pig and punch it in the face?
Yeah.
Right here in town, huh?
Well, not right now.
Oh, okay.
She said she's going to.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what page are piggies on? Ah!
No. As we're out in the field, starving, I'm gonna run up to something and punch it in the.
Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna buy 2 gallons of whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yep.
All right.
Comes out to about 2 silver per gallon.
Yep.
So, um, that's
Okay.
that's my adventuring gear. You're
You're gonna drown in something.
Interesting approach you got there.
Yep. Um, I'm thinking 2 gallons should be enough for the group for the week, or do we need more?
Oh, I think we need more.
2 more then?
Yeah.
Nothing lightens up the mood like drunk adventurers. I mean,
All right. Make sure you deduct the gold and have it in your inventory.
all right. 4 gallons of alcohol.
What's your strength? Just curious.
I'm actually I don't have much in the way of weight, so I'm now up to about 60 pounds worth of total gear. I really didn't. I don't carry much.
After saying that you're carrying, 32 pounds of alcohol.
I'm carrying 32 pounds of alcohol, exactly.
Not that anybody's counting.
Audra, if you did want a ranged weapon, you could get some javelins for 5 silver pieces apiece.
Yeah, I just don't want to carry him.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right. Your shopping done? Are we ready?
Yep.
Hang on, I'm buying a shot.
Yeah, I was just thinking of getting a shovel. That's a good idea.
I'm buying 3 pounds of flour.
Okay.
Also a good.
We have so much cheap whiskey, it's not even funny.
All right, ready to roll.
All right.
10.
Who knows the math of how much you can carry?
Strength times 15.
Strength bonus times 15?
No strength. You can carry 150 pounds with a 10 strength.
Okay, great.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a magic world.
I think I'm getting myself a tent then.
right then.
There we go.
I'm unless it has a gold cost, I don't worry about material components. I'm assuming you have a focus. I I I know there are a lot of people who like to calculate the weight for, realism, but you're in a world of magic. It
We can be goldfish.
yes.
Just for one day. You know, that tent thing is a good idea. I think I'm going to add it too.
All right. Each tent can hold 2 people. That's if you're willing to share.
Under certain circumstances, yes.
Hmm.
Just suggesting, does anybody have a healer's kit?
I actually have some healing abilities, so no, because I don't need it.
No, I have a mess kit, but not a healer's kit.
Do you need some healer's kits?
No. I'm well supplied. It just is advantageous to possibly have that
Some backup in that
a bit-
category,
bit.
sure.
Basically, if you don't have spare the dying, a med kit, a healer's kit can be used for the same thing. Without a med check.
Yeah.
They cost 5 gold.
Yes, they're not cheap.
Do they have like 10 uses though?
Yeah.
Yep. Because Percy doesn't have spare the dying.
Gerald will buy one. How much do they weigh?
3 pounds.
Yeah. All right. I'm all set.
It's 10 o'clock. Audra, do you need to turn into a pumpkin?
I'm pretty much ready to turn into a pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah, this is a good place for us to stop as you're about to walk out of the city gate.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Lisa.
Have a good night.
You too. We'll see you next week.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the stream, folks.
Lisa, you did a wonderful job.
We're going to end it here. We will see you again next week. We run this game every Thursday.